Hi, everyone. My name is Loren Spíndola. I'm Brazilian. I work at Microsoft as public policy lead for Brazil, and I'm a mother of three kids. I fell in love with technology and its power to change the world. And I'm really lucky to work in a company that shares the same values and purpose. And not only that, I'm really lucky to work in an industry and a sector that drives technology for good. Microsoft has long strived to be a leader in doing well by doing good. But as the needs and expectations of our stakeholders and communities increase, we believe we can and should rise to meet them. And if we work together, we can create a more inclusive, equitable, sustainable, and trusted future for everyone, especially our children. The reality is that we are living in a changed world. We continue to confront massive and compounding challenges, including health, economic, and humanitarian crises, persistent issues of systemic racial injustice and inequity, and the devastating effects of climate change. Accelerated by COVID-19, rapid advances in technology are drastically changing how people live, work, and learn. Digital transformation that should have taken 10 years is here today. And while there is great potential for technology to help address society's biggest issues, the rapid pace of this change is also raising new challenges and intensifying existing inequities in our communities. COVID-19 has created an ongoing global health and economic crisis that is disproportionately impacting our most vulnerable communities. Access to economic opportunity is far from being equitable. On top of this, recent events have highlighted the persistent needs to address long-standing racial injustice and to defend democracy around the world. We must protect fundamental rights from all people, ensuring technology protects and empowers everyone and exploits no one. And as other challenges grow and persist, so too does the climate change. Addressing climate change is the defining issues of our generation. Now is the time for urgent action, especially if we want our children to have a safe future. Trust in technologies and companies behind them continue to erode. It is critical that we apply technology and innovations to address these challenges without sacrificing core values like trust, privacy, transparency, and inclusion. And in face of the world's pressing challenges and extraordinary opportunities, we believe that companies that can do more should do more. While Microsoft's mission is to empower every person and organization in the planet to achieve more, and this mission has never been more relevant and pressing. And we have both an enormous opportunity and responsibility to ensure that the technology we create benefits everyone on the planet, including the planet itself. To help people, organizations, and communities everywhere to achieve more, we need to ensure that economic opportunity is inclusive for every country, developed and in developing, every community, urban and rural, every business, small and large, and every person, including the 1 billion plus people with disability and other underserved communities across the globe. We must support the fundamental rights of all people, from addressing systemic racial injustice and inequity to defending democracy, to protecting human rights around the world. We must address climate change for a more sustainable future. A healthy society requires a healthy planet. That's why we must lead the way on sustainability while enabling others to use technology to create and achieve their goals. Finally, well, if people don't trust the technology on company and or the companies behind them, progress is not possible. That's why every day we strive to earn the trust of the communities we serve and the governments that represent them through a commitment to privacy, cybersecurity, digital safety, responsibly AI, and transparency. We pursue those commitments not only through the product and service we develop, but with the policies and practices that govern our world, passion and dedication of our employees and the causes and communities we invest in around the world. But we cannot do it alone. The issues facing people and the planet are complex, and no one company, sector, or even country can solve them alone. That's why we must work across sectors with other business, governments, NGOs, academics, and change markets to foster partnerships and solutions that will have lasting impact. Because each of us must commit to do more for us of all to achieve more. Well, um, economic opportunity should be inclusive for every country, every community, every organization, and every person. And this starts with increasing access to technology, digital skills, and data, and extends to how we promote accessibility and support public health. Technology can change lives, but only if people have access to it. And we must work to increase equitable access to broadband, technology, skills, and data to deliver more opportunity for people and communities to thrive in an increasingly digital world. Well, the World Economic Forum estimates that by 2025, 97 million new roles may emerge, while 85 million jobs may be displaced by machines and algorithms. While automation have already set the trend in motion, while the pandemic have accelerated it. Millions of people will need to learn new skills to be able to get or keep their jobs in a more digital economy. And our children must learn those skills as soon as possible to be included in the digital economy. To close the skills gap, we need to invest in programs and partnerships to build foundational digital skills, provide access to high quality, inclusive computer science education, and equip people with cybersecurity and AI skills. Nearly half of the global population doesn't have access to internet. Broadband already powers much of our modern lives. While the pandemic has driven many more essential activities online, we now learn, have services, our commerce, most workplaces, and daily interactions require a high-speed connection to the internet. There are more than 1 billion people on the planet with some form of disability, but only 1 in 10 has access to accessible products and services they need. The unemployment rate for people with disability is typically twice that of people without it. People with disability need inclusive workplaces, products, and services to be able to fully participate and thrive at work, school, and daily life. And technology can help on this. And it's just amazing to see different stories of children being able to listen for the first time or being able to communicate for the first time with the assistance of AI and different technologies. And also how they can be socially included using video games to provide a social and friendly environment for those kids. But of course, the numbers alone don't tell the full stories. And we know that the real goal of this work is changing lives. And together we can do more. But we also know how important it is to ensure that the policy environment supports the work needed to expand economic opportunity for everyone. And these are humbling challenges that require sustained efforts. And of course, we don't have all the answers, but we are committed to listening and learning, and we hope our contributions and learnings will be useful to others. Well, climate change is the defining issue of our generation, and addressing it requires swift, collective action and technical innovation. And the scientific consensus is clear. The climate crisis cannot wait. An issue as big and as urgent as climate change will require all of us to do our part to build a resilient and sustainable future. Again, those who can do more and move fast should. And I am optimistic about the benefits of technology, yet also clear eyed about the challenges. To drive positive impact with technology, people need to be able to trust the technologies and the companies behind them. And that's why we must take our responsibility to earn trust seriously. Well, and at Microsoft, this commitment is not new in most of the companies. Um, but as technology rapidly evolves and impacts all of us, we know there is more we can do. And as an industry, we have created technology that we hope breaks down boundaries. But unfortunately, some use online platforms to bring out the darker side of humanity. And we've created different solutions like Digital Safety Office in 2019 to integrate safety by design across Microsoft products and services. Advanced digital safety law and public policy consistent with free, open, and secure internet globally and promote digital civility. And while digital safety is important for all of us, it is especially important that we protect our children online and offline. And that's why we've joined with other technology companies to bolster industry efforts towards eradicating online child sexual exploitation and abuse. It will take many actors coming together in a responsible and principled approach to ensure technology is developed and used responsibly. Well, but we do take our responsibility as a technology leader and innovator seriously. And in this time of rapid change, we can't move ahead without considering the impact of new technology on people, organization, and society. We also understand the value of partnership, learning from one another, being transparent, and most importantly, backing our words with action. And this is not just our responsibility, it's our mission. And it's time to take bold steps forward to address our most pressing challenges. And we must do that to ensure that our kids will have a safe and healthy future. Together we can achieve more. Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. Bye bye.